Good morning, everyone. It's Pastor Lionel, the homesteading pastor. I hope you can hear me good. As you can see, I'm at a very unique location here on the Grand Strand in Cherry Grove, South Carolina. And just want to give you a little bit of devotion time here this morning and share this awesome backdrop of the Atlantic Ocean and behind me back here, God's creation, which is something we want to talk about this morning. I'm going to be reading out of Genesis chapter 1, begin reading at verses 9 and 10. It says, "And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together in one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so. And then he said, and God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas, and God saw that it was good." Then it tells us over in verses 20 through 22, in St. Genesis chapter 1, "And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, the fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly, after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good." And verse 22 says, "And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth." God created everything you see behind me in this ocean. And I just wanted to take this opportunity while we were on vacation this week, celebrating July 4th, Independence Day yesterday, and just put in perspective something here for a moment. You know, if God, and he did, he created everything that I just read about the sea, and we know he created the heavens and the earth, and every creeping thing, and every whale in the sea, and every fish, and told them to multiply and fill the ocean, fill the seas. And this ocean behind me is just one of many oceans and seas around on this planet. So I guess if I had to ask you a couple questions this morning, I'm going to ask you these. And I want you to compare. The reason I want to share this with you is because I know we go through trials and tribulations every single day, but we got to remember the same God that we serve is the same God that created all this behind me. So I got a few questions for you. Just how awesome is our God? Just how awesome is our God? If you look behind me and see, and it's just a little bit of a window in this camera that you can see behind me, but I'm gonna try to do a few more videos down here this week, maybe with the GoPro up and down the strand if I can. But I just wanted to remind somebody here today that God created all this, and I know he did. And I have another question. If God can do this, then what can he do for you? He created the heavens, he created the earth, and he created all the waters and called them together and called them seas as they gathered together. And surely he can take care of our problems in our life today. I think we tend to allow the enemy to put in our mind that Jesus Christ and God Almighty is not relevant anymore, or don't care for us, or is not as big as we think he is, but he is bigger than we think he is. The awesomeness of God, as you look at this backdrop behind me, I mean, he knows every grain of sand on this seashore here where I'm sitting, and all the fish that are swimming around, and the whales and everything that's swimming around in this ocean behind me. This same God is the same God that we can trust daily with our lives. This same God that created this massive water behind me and created everything that lives in the sea here in South Carolina and around the world. He's the same God that can take care of your problems, your trials and tribulations as you go through them daily. He's also the same God that offered his only begotten Son, that you and I can have life and have it more abundantly. And for that we need to be grateful and thankful this morning. He's the same God that can handle any of our issues that we're dealing with on earth today. Every one of us have issues in our lives, and as we look behind me at this backdrop, it's just reminding me, and I said, you know what, I got to let the folks know and remind them. Lots of people may not get to come to the ocean like we do, or you may get to go to a different ocean, whether it be to the Pacific, or maybe here on the Atlantic, or down in the Gulf, or wherever. But no matter where you go, all of God's creation was created by him. So no matter the trials of life, no matter how the enemy comes against you, if we put everything in perspective, how awesome is our God? If he can make what I'm looking at behind me and what you're seeing in this camera, in this video, then he can do anything and everything we ask him to do. He can do above and beyond anything you and I could ever ask or think. So he gave his only begotten son that you and I could have life. I just want to try to encourage somebody today to think about the ocean, just one of the many creations that he created. Forget about the sun and the moon and the stars and every creeping thing upon the earth. Just think about this ocean behind me here as God created it, spoke it into existence. You know, I've told you many times, or at least I've told them at Flat Creek at our church, that you and I, the human being, mankind, is the only thing that he took and formed up out of the dust of the earth and created with his hands. Everything else that you see behind me and everything else that's created on this earth, he spoke into existence. And we need to hang our hat, amen, hang our hat on that kind of faith that he is an awesome God. He's a sovereign God. He's bigger than we think he is. So for whoever's watching this now, I just pray that it'll speak to you in a mighty way, and you just stop and think, you know what, if God created that sea that's behind Pastor Lon right here in Cherry Grove, South Carolina, just this one sea, this one ocean alone, and surely he can take care of me and my situation. I need to just cast my cares upon him because he cares for me. You need to put that in your mind, put the devil in his place. The devil didn't create this behind me. He can't create this behind me. All he can create is death, hell, and destruction and try to wreak havoc in people's lives today. But God Almighty, he sent his only begotten son that you and I can have life and have it more abundantly. So I just thought this would be a good time to reminisce and think about, reflect back on how good, how awesome our God is. And keep in mind, you're going through battles today and the rest of this week and the rest of this year, that same God that created the seas is the same God that I can put all my trust in, all my faith in, and he'll lead me and guide me in the right direction of my life every single day. So I hope this helped you today. May God richly bless you and your family. Hope to have a few more videos coming to you from Cherry Grove, South Carolina, here on the East Coast. And may God richly bless you. And until next time, remember, Jesus Christ loves you, and Jesus Christ is the answer for any and everything you're dealing with in life. Hope you all have a great week. Bye-bye.